It's okay to think that you're weird. It's okay not to have that many friends. It's okay to not even be close to looking like those girls in the magazines. It's okay to be yourself. Originality is key. And To This Day by Shane Coyczan demonstrates to us the real-life hardships he had growing up. He was a victim of bullying, one of the leading causes of suicide in our nation today. Today, Shane Coyczan writes to us, showing us that it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to maybe not have that many friends. It's okay to feel like you're outnumbered in a world, that you'll make it, because you're stronger than you think. And To This Day by Shane Coyczan. When I was a kid, I used to think that pork chops and karate chops were the same thing. My grandmother thought it was cute, and because they were my favorite, she let me keep doing it. Not really a big deal. One day, before I realized fat kids are not designed to climb trees, I fell out of a tree and bruised the whole right side of my body. I was afraid to tell my grandmother because I was going to get in trouble for playing somewhere I shouldn't have been. The gym teacher noticed this bruise and I got sent to the principal's office. From there, I was sent to another small room with a really nice lady who asked me all kinds of questions about my life at home. I told her, whenever I'm sad, my grandmother gives me karate chops. This led to a full-scale investigation where I was removed from the house for 3 days until they finally decided to ask how I got the bruises. News of this silly little story quickly spread through the school, and I earned my first nickname, Pork Chop. To this day, I hate pork chops. And I'm not the only kid who grew up this way, surrounded by that rhyme that people used to say about sticks and stones, as if broken bones hurt worse than the names we got called, and we got called them all. So we grew up believing no one would ever fall in love with us, that we'd never meet someone to make the sun feel as someone built it for us in their tool shed. So as broken heartstrings bleed the blues, as we try and empty ourselves so we'd feel nothing, don't tell me that hurts less than a broken bone, that an ingrown life has no way to mesticize. It does. It was our first day of grade 3 when she got called ugly. We both got moved to the back of the classroom so we'd stop getting bombarded by spitballs. But the school halls were a battleground. We always found ourselves outnumbered day after rec day. But outside was worse. Outside, we'd have to rehearse running away, or rehearse staying still like statues, giving no indication that we were there. In grade 5, they taped a sign to our desk that read, "Beware of dog." And to this day, despite a loving husband, she still does not think she's beautiful because of a birthmark that takes up a little less than half her face. Kids used to say, "She looks like a wrong answer. Someone tried to erase but couldn't quite get the job done." And they'll never understand that she's raising 2 kids whose definition of beauty begins with the word mom, because they see her heart before they see her skin, because she's always been amazing. He was a broken branch grafted into the wrong family tree. Adopted. Not because his parents opted for a different destiny. He was 3 when he became a mixed drink, 1 part left alone and 2 parts tragedy. Had a personality made up of tests and pills, lived like the uphills were mountains and the downhills were cliffs. 4/5 suicidal. A tidal wave of antidepressants in adolescence being called pauper. 1 part because of the pills, 99 parts because of the cruelty. He tried to kill himself in grade 10 when a kid who could still go home to his mom and dad had the audacity to tell him, "Get over it," as if depression can be remedied by any of the contents found in a first aid kit. He was a stick of TNT lit from both ends, could describe to you in detail the way the sky bends in the moments before it's about to fall. And despite an army of friends who all call him an inspiration, he remains the conversation piece between people who can't understand sometimes being drug-free has less to do with addiction and more to do with sanity. We weren't the only kids who grew up this way. To this day, kids are still being called names. The classics were, "Hey stupid," "Hey spaz." Seems like every school had an arsenal of names getting updated every year. And if a student breaks into a school and no one around chooses to hear, do they make a sound? Or are they just the background noise of a soundtrack stuck on repeat?